Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of the Corcoran Cap. I'm your host, Sam Corcoran, here to bring you guys some playoff predictions. We did this last year on the channel, and now we're here again. About half the guys are back, but we got Max here, we got Jake, Sajin, and Joel. And did someone else just join the stream? Oh, no, it's Joel because Joel froze. But anyways, boys, how are you doing tonight on this fine Thursday night?
Good, dude. Chilling.
There you go.
Ready to make some picks.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. So we have this document loaded up right here with all the picks, all the games. So we have me, Jake, Joel, Sajin, Max. We're going to be predicting every game, going straight through the list of wild card to divisional round, 2 championship games, and then we'll go to the Super Bowl. At the end, we had this from last year, playoff MVP, and Super Bowl MVP. So we have that. But before we started, Jake, we make some predictions at the beginning of the season, and I thought we'd just go through it really quickly. So I'm just looking at the playoff teams that we had right now, and safe to say I had the Browns winning the Super Bowl. That obviously did not happen, so that was bad. You also did not have – you had the Titans as the 7th seed. I know you said I don't think you had the Titans in the playoffs. We both had the Bengals losing the AFC North last place. I also had the – yeah, Jake had the Dolphins. We both had the Dolphins in second. We both had them in the playoffs, actually, for that matter. We both had the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game as our 1 seed. You had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, Jake. You had the Niners in the NFC Championship game. So your NFC predictions are still alive at this point. 49ers, Bucks for the championship.
What you're talking about?
What did you say?
I said all my predictions are perfect all the time.
I mean, you also did have the Titans at 7, the Browns at 5. You had the Colts in the playoffs. You also had the Vikings, Saints, whatever. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, I mean, it's safe to say we did not do too well. It's obviously predictions for a reason. So, I mean, it's glad to get those out of the way. Anything else that was really bad? I mean, I actually said the Cardinals would win the NFC West. They came 1 game close. You had them in last place. That's probably my best prediction. I had the Cardinals doing really well this year. But other than that, I mean, I think you definitely did a bit better than me, to say the least.
I'll take it.
There you go. All right, so without further ado, let's go into our playoff predictions. So here we have, as I said, the wild card games. We'll start with the Steelers and the Chiefs. I guess I'll go first, and this is a pretty easy game for me. We're going with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you have the Steelers made it into the playoffs, but barely. Big Ben, I don't really think he could put up with that Chiefs defense, even though it's not the best defense in the world. It's going to be hard for him to put up with it, and the Chiefs' offense is just on another level. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs, and let's just go in order of how it says on the spreadsheet. So Jake's next, then Joel, Sajin, and last but certainly not least, Max.
Okay, it's the Chiefs. Move on.
Yeah, it's simple for Jake. I think I know where Jake's going with his prediction. Joel, what you got?
Yeah, kind of keep this one short. Big Ben, as he said in that interesting quote of his, he doesn't seem too motivated for this game. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs for Joel.
I think the Steelers are pretty ass for a playoff team.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, they barely made it in. If Brandon Staley did not call a timeout, if Sajin's Chargers did not call a timeout, then they would not be in the playoffs. It's that simple. Speaking of Sajin, what do you think for this game?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Big Ben is just an idiot for saying what he did, and it's going to cost the rest of the team.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that press conference. That was definitely weird. All right, Max, what you guys got?
After seeing how enthusiastic Ben was about their chances this week, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. I don't think that's a surprise.
Wait, I missed it. What did he say?
He basically said we're 20.
We're the worst team in the playoffs,
and we shouldn't be in the playoffs. Yeah, that's not a winning mentality. So I'll go Chiefs on this one.
Yeah, but he's got so many other winning mentalities. I mean, the porn addiction and the alcoholism and diabetes,
My goodness. Hey, man, he can ride off into the sunset. Maybe he can get the win. We'll have to see. But anyways, moving on to the Patriots and the Bills. This is going to be a tough divisional matchup, I think, for both teams. You're in the cold weather. It's just going to be freezing. I think that it was a high of 9, low of 1. Being from, going to school in upstate New York, I know what it's like up there. It is not pleasant at all. And that's why I also think I don't think the weather's going to factor in too much, because as the Patriots do, they always prepare for conditions like that. This is their second game in Buffalo with pretty bad conditions. And I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills for this one, even though the Patriots have put up a good fight the first game in Buffalo. The second game wasn't really too close, and I think Buffalo just has a ton of momentum going into this postseason. So therefore, I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to defeat the New England Patriots and move on to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the next round in Kansas City.
Yeah. I get that the Pats won the first game, but that you literally can take nothing from that game and apply it to anything else, because that was the weirdest conditions ever. But Mac Jones looked awful in the last game, so I'm going to go Bills.
Buffalo Bills, there you go. Yeah, Pat coming off a loss in Miami, and then Miami's coach got fired. Which shouldn't have happened, but still, that's not a good loss to have, especially going into the postseason.
Joel's not here, so I'm just going to go ahead and say.
Oh, Joel left? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, his internet has been bugging out the whole time, so it's understandable. But yeah, Sergeant, go ahead. We'll skip Joel.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if that Week 18 game
Joel is
with the Patriots. Oh, Joel's back. Never mind.
But Sergeant, keep going.
Yeah. If that Week 18 loss hadn't happened to the Miami Dolphins, I would have taken the Patriots, but got to go Bills here.
Bills. All right, Joel, sorry. I just saw all your texts about how you're just lagging out and everything, but you're back in. What you got for the Patriots-Bills game?
Patriots looked awful last week, and as Jake said, I take very little from the first game. Putrid conditions, and Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times. I'm going with the Bills.
There you go. The Buffalo Bills taking this one. Max, what you and the boys got?
I'll let Tanner take this pick.
All right. So
All right.
I think Mac Jones has looked real sloppy these past few weeks, so I'm going to have to go with the Bills. I think we're all in agreement here. Josh Allen's looking really good, that offense. The Bills are going to win.
Buffalo Bills, another clean sweep. So I think all of us now have the Bills matching up with the Chiefs in the AFC divisional round. But moving on to the final AFC game, this is between Jake's Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to go, it's hard for me to say the Raiders are going to win this game. I just think the Cincinnati Bengals are a far superior team than them. And I think the offense just matches up so well against the Raiders defense, whereas it's not really the same with the Raiders offense compared to the Bengals defense. So I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jake,
moving on.
This?
What?
Jake, are you hearing this?
Bro.
You just going to let him say that?
Okay, let's just get this straight. The Raiders are winning this game. I have so many – I've had premonitions about this game. Joe Burrow, first play, the coach is just going to be like, okay, Max, with 2 X's, you're going to go, and I don't care if they blow the whistle, you're going to break his leg in 2. Get ejected. I don't give – it's over. Raiders are winning.
Damn.
Playoff game ever.
Wow. Okay, that is a strong prediction right there. But Jay, I don't blame you. I would be biased if I was a Raiders fan too. What'd you say?
See,
I don't understand why that's a strong pick. I think that's a very.
The thing about fracturing the leg and everything. There's all that stuff, all the violence. But anyways, Joel, moving on to you. What you got for this game?
Well, the Raiders are an interesting team. So, and every game that they've been in this year, it either feels like they lose or has been interesting in some capacity. I think that some Raider fans are going to plant some illicit substances in Chase's locker. He's not going to be able to play. I think the Raiders are going to pull off the upset in Cincinnati. I think Ruggs is going to get cleared, and I think he's coming back for this game. I think.
Hey, man. Could happen.
I think Carr's going to get 6 of those ones where he just chucks it downfield looking for a PI and they give it to him. He's going to get that. They're going to give him that call. I feel good about the Raiders.
The Bengals defense cannot handle Henry Ruggs. That's going to happen. Could happen. I could possibly see that happening if I'm being completely honest.
In all serious, in all seriousness, though, I would not be surprised if the Raiders won. I'm going with the upset because I like the Raiders more, and I think that it would be the greatest story ever if this effed up Raiders team won a playoff game. So I'm wishing it into existence.
Yeah, I think this definitely has the biggest upset potential out of all the AFC opponents. I will say that. But anyway, Sajin, Raiders beat your Chargers to get into the playoffs. I hate having to keep bringing that up, but do you have any resentment to the Raiders? Are you going to pick the Raiders, or you just going for the Bengals? Letting all your rage out.
You know, I do have a lot of rage. I don't have the same homicidal mentality as Jake, but I am going to go with the Raiders in this case.
There you go.
Yes, Josh Jacobs looked pretty scary good against the Chargers, and I think he'll continue it into the playoffs.
Well, any running back's going to look good against the Chargers.
Thanks, Joel.
That is life of the Chargers fan, everyone, where you just get harassed by all your friends.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
tough.
sorry, Sajin. I'm sorry.
Appreciate it.
Exactly. All right, Max, final say on this game.
Okay, so
What you got?
we're all in agreement about our pick here. I'm going to let Jack explain, though.
All right, let's hear it, Jack.
I got the Bengals for this pick. The
Oh,
Raiders can
Max,
win-
Max, you're muted. You need to mute it again.
No, we're not.
No.
All right. The Raiders cannot win 2 games in a row. Jamar has the meanest gritty in the league. I got the Bengals. Enough said. Enough said.
4 games in a row. 4 games.
No, I just want to come in late.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We're gonna pull out some Jameis. We're gonna be eating W's.
That simple. Let's eat one. Shout out to Jack Flood if you're watching this. I know you are. All right, moving on to the NFC playoff predictions. So starting with a game where I think most of us are going to have the same answer. This Eagles team has not been a single playoff team this year. I saw that the other day. You have the Jaguars have been a playoff team. The Texans have being a playoff team. I actually don't know if the Texans have, but I know they beat the Chargers, which is good. The Eagles have not been a single playoff team this entire season. And that is not going to change. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are far better. This is my lock of the week. I am just hammering down on this one. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So I think you're good.
What'd you say? Oh, they did beat the Titans. You're right. They
could've-
did beat the Tennessee Titans. Forgot about that.
Bucks. It's Brady.
Yeah. Jake, we just did a postseason.
Is it just him that's frozen, or is it everyone?
The 9
I
possible
didn't hear it either.
positions you had. That's how confident Jake is in this game.
You cut out for all of that. Just FYI.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying you took like 5 people from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in your playoff fantasy draft out of the 9 possible positions.
You can't doubt Brady.
Exactly. You cannot doubt. It's Tom Brady. He's the greatest player of all time. All right, Joel, what you got for this one?
Buccaneers. The Eagles aren't good.
Sajin?
I think Brady's going to have a mental breakdown and throw off his jersey and throw into the crowd and run into the tunnel. And the Eagles, Bucks are going to win this game. No, yeah.
I was going along with it. All right, Max, what do you and the boys think? Final say. Clean sweep?
Well, so, after further discussion, we really think this is a trap game for the Bucks. However, I can't confidently pick the Eagles. So I have to pick the Bucks, but I feel like it's going to be closer than we expected, kind of like the Washington football team game last year.
I was going to say.
But I'm not surprised if the Eagles keep it close. I don't know.
They totally could. I don't see it happening, but, there's always trap games once in a while. Every team's had it this year. You look at the 1 seed in the AFC, the Tennessee Titans, they lost to the Texans, so could happen. But anyways, moving on to the next game, my 49ers taking on the Cowboys. I'm going to go last for this one. I want to hear what you guys have to say first. Jake, let's start it with you. Niners or Cowboys?
Oh, this is a tough one. I was actually thinking about this and decided not to bet on it, but I think I'm gonna go Niners. I think the Cowboys, I know they've looked strong down the stretch, and this is unbiased because I am in no way, shape, or form a Niners fan, but I think they'll be able to run it, and their defense has improved, but not to the point where they're going to be able to stop Debo and Elijah Mitchell and George Kittle at the same time.
So you think that Jimmy Garoppolo will come out of his better than Tom Brady form back in 2019 and take over this game?
I don't know how to.
No. All right,
If
Joel,
you want some laughable content, go back to that video.
oh my God, that is one of my worst takes ever. Go back. I think it's late May of 2020. You'll find it. You know which one it is. So, anyways, Joel, you're up. What you got for this one? Joel's a Niners fan as well. So,
Well, Sam said it best. I think with James G, our QB, it's not a question of if he's going to have a shitty game, it's when he's going to have a shitty game. But I think we get through Big D, and I think we win this game simply because we're playing January football. We're running the ball, and I don't think Dallas is going to be able to deal with it as well as they want to. I think it's just we got to win the turnover battle, and if we can run the ball, I think we can win.
there you go. Good. Well said by Joel. Sajin, what you got?
I think the Niners are going to take this game. I don't
Interesting
trust,
from one of the biggest 49ers haters that I know.
Yeah.
I think Sajin was the happiest out of anyone when Jimmy got hurt. So I mean that surprises me.
When Garoppolo, as in when he tore his ACL, got hurt.
Everybody really went to town on that one.
Hey, no, I think you had Max and Garen going like, that's me. Jimmy G ACL go snap, whatever that route. My goodness, that was a rough time for me. But anyway, speaking of the guy who is like Jimmy G ACL go snap, Max, what you got for this one?
Tanner's going to be making our pick here.
All right, guys. America's team is back. We're going with the Cowboys on this one. You know, I love the Niners, but I think any given night, Dak Prescott could go for 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and I think he might have that in him this week. So we're going with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is Elijah Mitchell going to play this Sunday?
He is.
He is?
Elijah Mitchell is back. He's been back for the past few weeks, so he will be back Sunday.
Out of your...
The big man's also back. The big man's back.
So, Jake,
Trent Williams. I mean, Trent Williams was questionable, but okay. Anyways,
that's sick.
He's practicing.
But yeah, all right. 49ers, Cowboys. I mean, looking at this game on paper, it's a really good matchup. You have two. I think it will be a pretty defensive game. At the end of the day, you got the Cowboys offense versus the Niners defense, and then a somewhat of a fringy Niners offense against a somewhat of a fringy Cowboys defense. And at the end of the day, I mean, as I've been talking to Joel about this, it's not if Jimmy Garoppolo will have a bad game. It's when he will have a bad game. And guess what? He's not going to have a bad game this week. The 49ers are moving on. And what possibly could be headed to Lambeau Field against Max's Packers for the next round. Actually, because the Eagles lost, they will be headed to Lambeau Field to take on the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round. So for 49ers, Max and the boys are going with the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. Moving on, sticking in the NFC West and NFC West heavyweight, the Cardinals and the Rams are matching up with each other at Levi's South, aka SoFi Stadium. And I'll start with this. The Rams obviously choked that massive lead last week, but the Cardinals have been even worse recently. And with that being said, I'm going to go with the Rams. I have a ton of confidence in Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp to put up a lot against the Cardinals. Also, the Rams D has looked a lot better recently, in my opinion, compared to the beginning of the season. So I'm going to stick with the Los Angeles Rams winning this game. Jake, you're up.
Yeah, sorry, I zoned out.
You're good.
The Cardinals are just pretty. Honestly, their offense is pretty lackluster in my opinion, with no D-Hop and the Kyler ankle thing. I don't see them pulling it off. I think the Rams, they got, if they can get the running game going at all, which is why they choked against the Niners last week. Sony had 21 carries for 40.
Oh, he was terrible.
I mean, you can blame it on the Matt Stafford picks, but it was that. I don't think the Rams choke it again.
Fair enough. Joel, what you got?
You've seen that Kingsbury stat where they're all of his teams, even going back to college, are horrific down the stretch of their respective seasons. Seeing as their best weapon is out and Kyler Murray is an injured, overrated midget, I'm going with the Rams just because I trust the defense a little more, and I don't think Stafford. I think Stafford's played a little shaky the last couple of weeks, but I think as long as they can win the turnover battle and he throws one or fewer stupid picks, their offense and defensive superiority should lead them to a pretty comfortable win.
They're good. Yeah, two very shaky teams as of recently, but I think the less shaky of the teams will pull it out, and that's why we're all saying Rams. Sajin, are you going to hop on the Ramley train, or are you going with the Cardinals?
I'm going with the Rams. I think the defense is just going to lock down whatever is left of the Cardinals' offense, and Cooper Kupp can walk all over them.
There you go. Max, what you and the boys got to say about this one?
So, I mean, I want to preface this by saying the Packers beat both of these teams, just so everyone knows. I was there for the Rams game, and the Rams have big play potential. I think that's a really scary thing. Tyler has been really lackluster as of late. That whole offense has been. I mean, in their last 4 games, losses to the Lions and the Seahawks. It's not really how you want to, finish the season. I think the Rams have looked pretty impressive over these last couple of weeks, barring that choke to the Niners. I think their pass rush is starting to click with Von Miller, getting back in the picture with some sacks. That trade is finally starting to pay off for them. I'm going to go with the Rams on this one.
There you go. The Rams, clean sweep of the Rams over the Cardinals. That could be one to bite us in the ass, in my opinion. But there you go. That is the wild card round for all of us. So the divisional round, so Team 3, as I said, is the lowest seed. So for all of us, that would be the Cincinnati Bengals or the Raiders. So Titans versus the winner of the Raiders and Bengals. Team 1 versus Team 2 is Bills, Chiefs for us at Kansas City. Packers versus Team 3, that's going to be the Niners for everyone except for Max's side. That's going to be the Rams for you guys. And then Team 1 versus Team 2 is the other 2 teams that we do not have. So let's start off with the Titans versus either the Raiders or the Bengals. I picked the Bengals to win the Raiders versus Bengals game, and I am not picking the Bengals to win this game. I think with Derrick Henry back, the Titans are going to steamroll the Bengals. I mean, it could be a close game. I know it's going to be a very high offensive powered game. But in the end, I just think the Titans coming off the bye, you get Derrick Henry back, you get lots of time to prepare for a team like the Cincinnati Bengals, who I believe they did not play them this year, I don't think. But anyways, I think the Titans are going to win this game.
I don't think the Titans have been – I have no idea how they got the number. I mean, I do have an idea because their division is terrible and they got 6 free wins. But I don't think that the Titans are as good as people think they are. And getting Derrick Henry back, even though it's Derrick Henry, obviously, but he did break his foot essentially. So he's not like he's a bruiser. He's not going to be back right away. He's not going to have that 0 to 60 like he had it before. I think I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think Carr, first playoff run, he's making it happen.
There you go. I like the Raiders pick right there. Honestly, it's definitely close between the Titans and whoever they play.
I don't think the Titans win against whoever they play. I think the Bengals would beat them as well.
Yeah, I think that could happen. I'm just going to go with the Titans. I think the bye helps. Home field advantage helps. It can definitely go another way. So we'll have to see how that goes. But Joel, you're up.
See, I'm going to feed off your last point. I'm taking the Titans, and I think the fact that Henry's coming back is big. But I'm with Jake. I think the Titans are a little overrated going into these playoffs. But we've seen it ourselves, having a team go on a deep playoff run recently. Having the bye helped so much as far as getting guys back / healthier. And that extra week of rest and playing at home, I think, is just a big advantage. And I think it would be a close matchup between either team, Cincy or the Raiders. But with the bye week, I just have to go with the Titans.
There you go. Yeah, and the Titans versus, Derrick Henry versus one of the worst run Ds in the league. That could be an interesting matchup, but we'll have to see how that goes. Sajin, you're up. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans. I think, Jake's point is valid that Henry might be a little shaky coming into this first game in however many weeks, but, he could have come back in week 18, and that just means he's had even more time to rest up.
There you go. So Titans, Raiders. Max, what you got? You got the Bengals and the Titans, same matchup as I have.
Yeah. So as we've been discussing it, the main thing it comes down to is we believe it's the youth of the Bengals, not just in their players but also their coach. I think that the Titans reign supreme in playoff experience and coaching playoff experience. I think
That's a smart call.
Vrabel's going to outcoach the Bengals coach, Zach Taylor. As much as I agree with what Jake is saying about Derrick Henry not being able to be back to full, full like carry load for this game, I think just him being in the game at all is enough of a distraction to the defense, to where it might open up AJ Brown, or other options. I just don't see a way that the Titans don't win this game.
I like that. I think it's going to be the closest out of all the divisional games, in my opinion. But I think the Tennessee Titans could pull away and they could make a deep playoff run. They also could just fall flat. I don't really think there's anything in the middle. I think it's either Super Bowl or they just completely flop. I don't really think there's a middle ground, but we'll have to see. It all really counts on what Derrick Henry's up to. So that's really all that. Moving on to the next one, everyone has the Chiefs and the Bills for this one. I'll start it off with this one, and this is going to be a closer match than I think most people are thinking. I know the Chiefs are a lot better on paper, but the Bills beat them this year in Kansas City. And the Bills coming off a win at home against New England, that's going to give them a lot of energy. Chiefs were coming off a pretty weak opponent in the Steelers. I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to take this one and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Am I confident in that? Not really. I'm going to take the upset here. I'm willing to risk it a little bit. I didn't risk it for that one. I'm going to risk it for this one. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to walk into Kansas City and take the win. And I think their offense matches up very well with the Kansas City defense.
I disagree.
I knew you were going to say that.
I've watched Mahomes torch other defenses too many times to pick against him. And yeah, they lost one game, but like the Bills also lost the Jaguars. Like what does one game mean? I don't think that Allen has still not proven to me that he's the guy where at the end of the game, you put the ball in his hands and you're like, well, he's going to score. Like, might as well turn off the TV. He's not that, and Mahomes 100% is.
Yeah, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. It's hard to doubt him, which is why I think this is going to be a very, very close game. Joel, what you got?
It hurts me, but I think I have to go with the Chiefs. And they've looked much better towards the second stretch of the season as when their first matchup. And with all the COVID crap this year and just randomness of the longer season, I'm with Jake. I don't think you can judge any team based off of 1 week. And I don't know. I mean, Mahomes is, especially with all of his experience, I think he's lights out. I think in most possessions in a playoff game. And I like Allen a lot, and I think the Bills could definitely put up points on the Chiefs. I don't think their defense. I mean, with Drew Lock and the Broncos were moving the ball when they matched up recently, so I mean that's not great. So I think both teams could put up points, but I just trust Mahomes more.
There you go, Sajin. What you got for this one?
I'm going with the Chiefs. This is going to be a total shootout, but it's going to come down to the fact that the Bills can't handle Travis Kelce, and Mahomes is just a better quarterback than Josh Allen at this point. Not the best in the league, though, but a good quarterback.
There you go. All right, Max, final say on this. You going with me and the Bills, or are you guys going to go with KC?
As much as I want to make Nate happy and pick the Bills, there's a reason they pay Patrick Mahomes $500 million. It is because he can win in the damn playoffs. Sure, they had their trials this season. So did the Bills. I mean, like Jake said, they lost to the Jags. I just think the Chiefs play better playoff football than the Bills do, and I'm not convinced that the Bills can play in the playoffs.
There you go. I mean, Kansas City's obviously the clear favorite here. And, I mean, I totally get why you guys are going with that. It makes a lot of sense. But, I have faith that the Bills will prevail. And, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. But I think Buffalo can really pull this off, in my opinion. They've done it once. Can they do it again? We'll have to see. All right, Packers versus the lowest seed that we have for everybody except Max. That would be the 49ers. For Max, that would be the Rams. So we'll start with all the people who have Packers and Niners up. I'll start here. As I said earlier, it's not about if Jimmy Garoppolo has a bad game. It's about when he has a bad game. And guess what? That's happening here. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to win this one at Lambeau. That's going to be a rough environment for the 49ers. And I mean, it's, again, a very fringy team. I think the Packers are the most solid team in this playoffs. So I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers here, taking this one against the 49ers.
This is tough, honestly.
Jake, it's not tough. Jake.
Yeah, it
it's not
is.
tough.
I think I'm gonna go Niners.
Woo, okay.
I just like I want to say it's for a particular reason, but like I've just watched a lot of Packers Niners. Like maybe it was just that one game, but like as much as I want Rodgers to, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that Rodgers and the Packers flame out in fantastic fashion, and then Devontae comes to the Raiders back home and teams up with Carr, Fresno State pals, and
there you go.
It's cracking next year.
There you go. So the Niners are taking that one for Jake. I mean, interesting. I'm the Niners fan, not picking the Niners. That's usually, I mean, I've some people have said I'm very biased against the Niners, but you know what? I guess I'm not in this case. All right, Joel, what you got? Another Niners fan. Are you going to stick with your bias and go Niners, or are you going with your gut and going Packers?
I'm shocked that Jake went with it. I think this game could get ugly.
Joel, we can't hear you, dog. Joel, like Jake said in the chat, but I need you to get closer or something. We just can't hear you.
I think I'm relaying Sam's point. It's not an if, it's a when. There's going to be like 2 Jimmy picks that make you, well, that not make you. You're going to be loving it. I'm going to be livid, and I think I don't see it. I think it would have to. We'd have to get very lucky. We'd have to make a big play on defense and get a lead, and then run the ball. But we're going to have to rely on Jimmy to make plays, and I do not trust him doing it in Lambeau.
There you go. So both the Niners fans in this say Packers. Are both the non-Niners fans going to say Niners? Sajin, what you got?
No, not a chance. The Packers are going to win this game. There's just no one in the league I trust the football more in the hands of than Mr. I've been immunized. I think he knows the offense better than any other player.
Mr. Immunized. I love that name. So 3 Packers, 1 Niners. Jake with the only one going the Niners, the lone wolf there. And then Max, you guys got the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, excuse me, the Rams and the Packers. Max, you already went to the Rams-Packers game earlier, and you saw the Packers win. Is it going to be the same?
Hey, I'm going to shock a lot of people. I'm going to let Tanner make this pick right here.
All right, guys, I'm going to handle this one for Max. We're going with the Packers. They already dogged the Rams this season. Aaron Rodgers is going to go out to the club the night before and pull up to the game and just drop 40. Like, that's just what he does. So, and
he's just built different. He's that guy.
Sneak peek, it's not ending here. It is not ending here.
No shot.
There you go. So four of the 5 of us have the Packers moving on to the NFC Championship. Same 4 or 5 have the 1 seed still in it. Jake is a bit less optimistic about these 1 seeds. But anyways, moving on to the other game for everybody except for Max and I, that would be Bucks and Rams. Or no, everyone except for Max, that's Bucks, Rams. Max, you're going to have the Bucks and the Cowboys. So let's start with the Bucks, Rams people. And, I mean, Jake, you said it earlier. You cannot doubt Tom Brady in the playoffs. And I think this is where the road ends for the Rams. It's going to be a rematch of the NFC Championship. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are winning this one in Tampa and headed up to Lambeau next week.
I mean, it's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. That's all I need to say. He could be playing with the freaking high school football team, and the Rams still wouldn't win. It doesn't matter.
There you go.
I have a counter.
Let's do the counter.
I'm also picking the Bucs to win. But is the over-under for Cooper Kupp receiving yards not going to be 220? Because the Bucs secondary is not very good.
Sean Murphy bunted.
And I think that this could be closer than.
Isn't he hurt, Sean Murphy?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he tore his Achilles or something.
I think he's hurt as well. Look, I don't trust the Rams. I think they're soft. I think if Tampa gets a lead, I think they could possibly blow them out. But I think Cup is going to find himself open a lot, and I think it could keep the game close.
There you go. All right, Sajin, you're up next. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. I think they're just a more well-rounded team than the Bucks.
Ooh, okay.
And Tom Brady is explosive. I think that's just their defense can't hold up.
He's got that game-winning speed. By the way, Sean Murphy Bunting has been back for 8 weeks. So,
whatever.
I'm sorry, I'm not up to date with my.
That is great.
I'm sorry we do not follow the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm bringing out
He's not getting open all day.
I'm bringing out the Madden development traits next game. I don't think you're ready for it.
But all right, so we all got the Bucks. Sajin has the Rams, so it's going to be a Packers-Rams in the NFC Championship. Max, you obviously had that in the divisional round, so you have a different divisional round game. You got the Cowboys and the Bucks. What you going with this one?
So we don't even know if the Cowboys are going to win against the Niners, so they could be playing the Rams. So we're just going to go with the Bucks either way. Tom Brady's going to will them there. I've
been watching a lot of the Man in the Arena series on ESPN Plus of Tom Brady. That dude's a winner. I can't say the same about Dak Prescott or anything having to do with the Cowboys. Tom Brady's that dude.
There you go. Tom Brady, I mean, he's the greatest player of all time. It's that simple. So 4 of us got the Bucks, 1 got the Rams. We all each have one different team for every game going forward. So AFC Championship, let's move on to that. I have the Titans and the Bills. Jake's has the Raiders and the Chiefs. Everyone else has Titans and Chiefs. So I'll start with this one, Titans, Bills. I mean, actually, no, let's start with all the Titans, Chiefs games. You guys, there's 3 of that. Let's start with that. Titans and Chiefs, starting with Joel. Is he still here? Yes, he is. What you got?
Yeah, why would you question if I'm here? That's not cool. We've got the Titans and the Chiefs.
Joel, we can barely hear you. Somebody texted me. It sounds like you're underwater in a 2001 Nokia camera.
We're going with the Chiefs.
All right, Kansas City Chiefs for Joel Pettit right there.
Mahomes is unfortunately too good, and I hate his guts, but he's pretty good.
Hey, man, you gotta respect greatness. I mean, yeah, they beat the Niners, but like, no. Makes sense. You don't like LeBron either, so it's all good. All right, Sajin, you're up. Titans, Chiefs. What you got?
Titans.
Ooh, okay. Titans going to the Super Bowl, beating Kansas City.
Yep.
To be fair, they did beat the Chiefs earlier on in the year. So that could happen again. And it's in Tennessee. So, all right, Max, boys, what you got?
Chiefs. Chiefs are the best team in the AFC.
I don't think Tannehill can beat Mahomes.
Joel, is it your turn? Joel, it's my turn.
It's not.
Yeah. Chiefs are winning this game.
So Kansas City, 2 Kansas City, 1 Tennessee for that matchup.
Joel, I love you. Joel, I love you. I'm sorry.
I was out of line. Thank you for correcting me.
But yeah. All right. Jake, I don't think I even need to ask you what you're picking. Are you picking the Kansas City Chiefs for this one?
You know what? I remember watching a game last season where a certain team scored on every single possession against the freaking Chiefs and took home the victory. And you know what's going to happen?
They're going to take home the victory again?
Absolute dump on the field. And the Chiefs are going to destroy them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say that Raiders and Chiefs have not matched up very well. This season especially, they just have not matched up very well. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, after standing on the logo, they just like destroyed them. That simple. But I got a different one. I got the Titans and the Bills. And I'm going to continue the ride of the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I don't really know how I ended up there. I honestly think that there could be a better matchup than this. But you know what? That's where we got. We're going Bills Titans in the AFC Championship game, and the Bills are going to beat the Titans and go on to the Super Bowl and probably lose their 5th Super Bowl. But we'll see what happens. Depends on what happens with the NFC Championship. We got four guys who picked the Packers and the Bucks. Jake, you went with the Niners and the Bucks. But let's get the Packers and the Bucks out of the way. I'll start. This is going to be a bloodbath of a game. And, I mean, you had the Bucks pull it out last year. Aaron Rodgers is going to be wanting some revenge. And, you know, a mad Aaron Rodgers you just do not want to mess with. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to the Super Bowl. I had them in my Super Bowl prediction for the beginning of the year, and now I have them in my Super Bowl prediction for the end of the season. Let's move on to Joel. What you got? Jake, we'll get to you last because you got the Niners in it. Save the best team for last.
The best quarterback in football is winning the NFC Championship game, meaning that University of Berkeley alumni, Mr. Discount Double Check Aaron Rodgers is winning this game, and the Green Bay Packers are advancing to Super Bowl, whatever number it is, in Vegas. It's in Vegas, right? Yeah, it's in Vegas.
There you go. So Chiefs, Packers, Mahomes versus Rodgers, the two best quarterbacks in the NFL, meet it up in the Super Bowl. Sajin, obviously you can't have that because you have the Titans there, but Packers. Oh, wait, you have the Packers and the Rams. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right, we'll go to Max first. Let's get the Packers Bucks out of the way. 4 letters and small lettering, whatever.
I don't gotta say too much. I think you know who I'm picking.
Yeah,
Go,
it's that simple.
Pack, go.
There you go. So all Packers Bucks are going with the Packers to win that one. Sajin, I mean, I went to you. I skipped you an accent because I thought it said Bucks. So let's do it. You have Packers and Rams also in Green Bay. Are you going to join on the Packer train and pick the Packers, or are you going with the Ramley?
No, I'm going with the Packers. As much as I want to see, Stafford get a Super Bowl, I don't see that happening in Lambeau. Some weak California team is not going to win in that environment.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and Jake, you have the best team in football, the 49ers, going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Is going to be it's going to be a Super Bowl rematch no matter what. You have Kansas City in it. So Super Bowl 54, Super Bowl 55. Which one are you going with?
Yeah, the one that's actually going to be competitive. So my man Brady's he's not losing.
Shocker. All right, Bucks winning that one. And then Super Bowl. So we each all have different Super Bowl matchups except for Joel and Max. You guys have different ones. So we'll just go down the line, I guess. I'll start. Bills, Packers. I honestly don't really know how the Bills made it this far, so I'm going with the Packers for this one. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers gets another ring. It's been, 10 years since that, 11 years. So, Max, congrats to you and your Packers. You guys are getting another ring in my books. Jake, you're up. What you got? Chiefs and Bucks.
Well,
your two favorite. You're like the two guys you have been hyping up this entire time.
I was trying to make my background something creative, but it hates me. So I'm just gonna say Brady, and it's Brady. It's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady.
He could have freaking. Oh, I was gonna say something. Nothing. Move on.
Before we move on, we'll bring up this comment from Bay Area Baller. Is there a prize for best predictions? We have not talked about that too much. You guys want to put money on it? $10? Who's in?
The best picks gets a kiss on the cheek.
From who?
From Sam.
Oh. Okay. That came out of nowhere. Okay, but anyways, we could put money on it. I'm down for whatever. $10 sounds good to me. Winner gets 50. Yes, no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, I guess there you go. We're all going with it. Perfect. All right. But all right, moving on to my girlfriend says she would not like that if I had to kiss someone. Okay, who's up next? Joel, you're up. Chiefs, Packers. What you got?
Give me the Packers. Give me the
Packers. All right, we got the Packers right there.
No Chiefs love. No Chiefs. Give me the Packers.
There you go. So Packers are winning this one. Chiefs are not going to be back-to-back Super Bowl losses for KC in your books. Sajin, you got the Titans and the Packers. What you got in this one?
This is an easy win for the Packers.
Packers, yeah. Easy win for the Packers, according to Sajin. Barry Ball right here. Eric, shout out to him, says he does not trust the Titans. So there you go. And Max, again, another Chiefs-Packers matchup.
Hey, shout out to my guy Bay Area Baller, bro. He knows what's up. Not I don't trust the Titans. I trust the Packers. Aaron Rodgers. Discount double check. That is the man. And
More
I'm
like discount quarterback, bro.
Hey, Jake, I don't want to hear it, dog. Give me a sec. Let me know when your first round picks pan out. So for the Chiefs losing explanation, I'm gonna whip it over to Tanner.
All right, so this whole time I've been a Broncos fan, and I think that Jake and Sajid can agree with me. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. I hate that dude. The Packers are winning.
Damn straight.
Damn,
Go
okay.
Oh,
Did a Packers fan just talk about first-round picks? How's Jordan Love doing?
dog. Why would Jordan Love even pan out by this point when we have Aaron
At
Rodgers?
least Henry Ruggs is on the news. Like,
That is true.
All
That's
I'm
a great
saying.
point, Jake. At least he's bringing attention to the team. That's a great. You know what?
it ain't a very
Marketing.
nice fight.
The smart
And
pick.
You know,
Arnett-
David Arnett is on the
David
on the
Arnett with
Dolphins
those homemade
practice squad.
videos to promote the team's success. Like,
You know what? They were like they saw Henry Ruggs as a marketing opportunity, not even as a player. Just
Oh my
as
goodness.
this guy's gonna fuck up. Let's pick him.
Oh,
Anyways,
But anyway, so four of us have the Packers. The one person that did not have the Packers in the Super Bowl has the team that beat them. Oh no, they did not beat them earlier. The Niners beat them, but the Bucks are winning the Super Bowl for Jake. Playoff MVP and Super Bowl MVP. I mean, these are kind of relatively the same things. I think for me, it's Aaron Rodgers for both. And I don't really need to say much more. The Packers won the Super Bowl. He led them to the Super Bowl. Probably, in my opinion, the MVP this year. We'll have to see how that goes. Jake, what you got for playoff and Super Bowl MVP?
I mean, there's really only one person it can be. Throw Scotty Miller up there. Probably 4 or 5 touchdowns in each game. I mean, pretty safe to say. The disrespect that my boy Scotty.
he said Scotty Miller.
I know. I was putting him up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Okay.
When it happens, though. Like,
All right. You're putting Scotty Miller up there. We're locking that in. Boom. All right. Joel, playoff and Super Bowl MVP. What you got, buddy?
Give me double Rodgers. I'm in.
Discount double check.
The MVP himself is going on.
You're going, wait,
going on a play.
Aaron Rodgers or Amari Rodgers? Which one?
Sam.
That's an L.
Amari Rodgers has absolutely sucked monster dong as a fucking.
Hey,
returner.
you know, he did play against the Lions. He got playing time. He got more minutes. He got like the same amount of snaps as Rodgers
Our
did.
practice squad played against the Lions, and I think it's pretty evident. So
Aaron Rodgers is on your practice. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But anyways, yeah, we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. Sajin, playoff MVP, Super Bowl MVP. What you got?
Playoff MVP, I'm going with Derrick Henry.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you do have the Titans in the Super Bowl. So
Right. And then for Super Bowl MVP, I'm saying Rodgers. I think it probably should be Devontae, but they're not going to give it to a wide receiver. So
yeah, I mean, if the quarterback's throwing the receiver, its odds are. I mean, the only receiver I could see winning the Super Bowl MVP is Cooper Kupp or Deebo Samuel, out of the guys that we have in the playoffs. And spoiler, I have none of those teams making the Super Bowl. So there you have it. Max, are we going discount double check for both?
Tanner's gonna pick our playoff MVP.
All right, so
All right,
our
that's
playoff
good.
MVP is going to be Jamar Chase for that for that nice gritty he has, and he's going to do it for about 200 yards on the Raiders, and then another like 150 on whoever we had them playing in the next round.
Like even if they lose, though, like he's still gonna ball.
Yeah, so
He will.
And then Sam, you know, Super Bowl MVP.
are you not going to pick Juju? Like, I know he's not in the game, but he practiced today. Like,
Yeah, well, he probably practices TikToks on the sideline. That's probably what they listed on the
no, on the logo.
Yeah. So Super Bowl MVP, It's not going to come as at any surprise. I think the team that's going to win the Super Bowl has the best quarterback in the league, and the MVP of the league, Aaron Rodgers. I don't think this is surprising coming from me. Yeah.
There you go. So most of us have the Packers win the Super Bowl. Jake, you have the Bucks. Most of us has Rodgers winning the Super Bowl MVP. Jake obviously has the greatest receiver of all time, Scotty Miller, winning that from Bowling Green State University in Kentucky. But that's all the playoff predictions we have right there. Pretty similar predictions, in my opinion. Everyone kind of led up to a Packers Super Bowl win besides Jake. Chiefs were dominating the AFC. So interesting, definitely interesting how we all – does everyone have a hand up? Yes. What's up?
First,
I was doing Joel was going.
playoff and Super Bowl MVP picks, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I was on the fence. They were doing it.
Who would you like to go with?
I would like to change something
big
to
boy
Urban Meyer,
voice.
please.
Who?
Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. Okay.
Thank you.
I would just like to cordially say, after looking at all your picks, that they're really stupid and not even having the Raiders like winning a game. Good luck.
I mean, hey,
Raiders to win.
there's 3 teams that have the Raiders winning.
Jake, I'm shocked that your playoff MVP wasn't Daniel Carlson. That dude is.
I mean,
lights
like, but okay, you gotta weigh it. If you kick 30 field goals in 2 games, is that better than the 40 touchdowns that Scotty Miller's gonna get?
No.
You gotta think of that.
You got a great point.
You gotta do the math.
I will say, Brady loves his wide receivers of a certain ethnic
Fire
background.
pressure
I
to
will
kick the
say.
kids.
He's a real gym rat, gritty, tough.
Yeah. I'm talking Jamar Chase gritty. I'm talking like gritty as in like you got that trait, you know.
That superstar X Factor trait.
Yeah. Jake, are you proud I didn't bring up Madden once in this video? All right.
Anyways, there you guys have. You guys have any final words you want to say? Yes, Joel. Yes, Jake. Why are we all putting our hand up?
I don't know. Joe was doing it.
I really
Joel.
really don't like Patrick Mahomes, and I hope he loses at some point.
All right. Thank you for your comment, Joel. I think we all really appreciate that a lot. I mean, all the Niners fans are still kind of salty about that. So I know a ton of Niners fans are watching this. There you go. Follow the man Joel Pettit on Twitter at Joel Pettit 10. I don't think there's an underscore, but he's going to be co-host of the Corcoran Cap. So is Jake, except Jake's just lazy to get a Twitter. So that's why I'm not shouting him out.
Jake, how did I get a Twitter before you did, dog?
Well, you can just at my Tinder. Like, that works as well.
Jake's looking for some people. Hey, hit up Jake if you need someone. If you need a man in your life, go to Jake. His last name's Hart. Who doesn't want a man with the last name of Hart?
Did you just judge my gender? Can I leave
All right,
now?
and that's where we're gonna end this one.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh my.
I think I'll get out of here.
Oh my goodness. All right. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you for episode 1 of the Corcoran Cap when it comes out. Peace.
See you guys. Thanks, Sam.